Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we're jumping headfirst into a really fun, cozy mystery by Dyer-Seeley called First Degree Murder. And trust me, it's a story where an extreme mud race gets, well, a whole lot more extreme. We're gonna dig in and see what's really buried under all that mud. Okay, so here's the game plan for today. We'll kick things off with our main character's super messy assignment. Then we'll dive right into the murder. After that, we'll size up all the suspects and their secrets, figure out the ultimate lesson of the story, and then I'll give you my final verdict. And of course, we'll wrap up with how you can join our community. All right, first up, a journalist's muddy assignment. You gotta wonder, how does a murder mystery even start? Well, in this case, it all begins with an assignment about, you guessed it, mud. So let's set the stage. The book is First Degree Murder by Dyer-Seeley. It's a classic cozy mystery, which you know we love, and it's all happening in the gorgeous Pacific Northwest. Our protagonist, who you're going to get to know real well, is Meg Reed. She's a journalist for a magazine called Northwest Extreme. Basically, her whole job is about finding these crazy outdoor adventures, but yeah, this next one is going to be a whole lot more intense than she bargained for. So what's the big story? Meg's editor sends her undercover. Yeah, literally undercover, into this intense mind-over-mutter training program. The whole point is to give readers this raw, first-hand look at adventure racing. Get down and dirty with it. She thinks she's just writing a killer article, but she has no idea just how literal that's about to become. And that brings us to Section 2. First Degree Murder, because you know it's coming. This isn't just about getting muddy. This is where fitness turns absolutely fatal. So this really gets you thinking, right? What happens when a workout regimen that's already super punishing leads to actual murder? These places are designed to push people to their absolute limits. But what happens when that pressure cooker doesn't just make you stronger, it pushes someone right over the edge? And here's the moment it all goes sideways. Meg says, Billy wasn't yelling at me because he was dead. Just imagine that. After a totally brutal workout, she goes into the steam room, probably expecting to get an earful from her super intense trainer, Billy. But he's not yelling. He's not moving. He's dead. Just like that, her fun magazine article is out the window. Now it's a murder investigation. Okay, on to our next section, suspects and secrets. Because once Billy is found, Meg's journalist brain just flips a switch. She's not just a participant anymore. She's an amateur detective. And believe me, when she starts asking who wanted Billy dead, the list is surprisingly long. So let's meet our first suspect, a teammate named Tim Baxter. This guy was not shy about how much he hated Billy. Listen to this quote. "I'm serious. I'm gonna kill him. Or sue." He's not exactly hiding his feelings, is he? And his motive? It's pretty straightforward, actually. The guy is overweight. He's seriously struggling with all the training. To make it worse, his wife signed him up against his will. So from his point of view, these workouts are just straight up torture. That is a whole lot of resentment pointed right at the guy running the show. Then you've got Kelsey Kane. She's a rival reporter, and she is not here to make friends. She tells Meg, "I'm not going to compete with a wannabe journalist for the story. This is my story. All mine. Got it?" Wow. Talk about territorial. And you can really see the difference between them, right? Meg works for a print magazine, Northwest Extreme, and she's all about the immersive, personal story. Kelsey, on the other hand, works for a TV station and just wants that big, flashy exclusive. Meg is friendly, Kelsey is super aggressive. So you have to ask, how far would she go to get her story? All right, let's talk about Dylan, Billy's business partner. He describes their relationship like this. "Our clients call us the odd couple, but it works." That "but it works" part always makes you wonder, doesn't it? Especially in a murder mystery. These two could not be more different. Dylan is described as a total hippie, long hair, super relaxed attitude. And then you have Billy, who's basically a muscular ex-military tank. That's a massive clash in personality and business style. You have to wonder what kind of conflicts were hiding just beneath that odd couple's surface. Okay, our next suspect is a little unexpected. It's a teammate named Jenny, and someone says this about her after Billy's death. Someone's power has gone to her head. Why? Because she immediately steps up to take over the training with this unsettling, almost manic energy. And it turns out there's a reason for all that crazy energy. Jenny is secretly taking a banned weight loss supplement. And that right there is a huge secret to protect. It gives her a really powerful motive. What if Billy, the super intense health nut, found out and was going to expose her? And of course, what's a cozy mystery without a creepy neighbor watching everything from her window? This old lady delivers this absolute classic, chilling line, "I heard he had it coming to him." Oof, that just tells you Billy was not a popular guy and that this woman probably knows a lot more than she's saying.
So, moving on to our next section, the ultimate lesson. Because all these secrets, all this drama, it's not just about who killed who. It actually points to a much bigger idea, something the book is really trying to say about the whole world of mud, sweat, and, well, pills.
And that central theme is what I'm calling the no magic pills rule. This is one of the things I love about cozy mysteries. They can hide some really sharp commentary inside a fun story. The book uses Jenny's secret to make a really strong point that lasting results come from diet and exercise, not from dangerous quick fixes or sketchy supplements. There are just no magic pills, you know? So, we've gone through the mud, we've met the suspects. What's the final verdict? Should you actually go out and read this book? Let's get into it. Absolutely. If you are a fan of cozy mysteries, you are going to have a great time with this one. It's light, it's fun, it's super fast-paced. And the whole adventure racing setting in the Pacific Northwest just feels so fresh and different. Plus, Meg Reed is just a fantastic protagonist. She's smart, she's quirky, and you'll definitely be rooting for her the whole way through. So, for the clever plot, the really memorable characters, and that awesome unique setting, our final grade for First Degree Murder is a solid 8 out of 10. And hey, if you read it and you love it, you're in luck. There's more where that came from. The author has other books in the same series, so if you want more adventures with Meg, you should definitely check out Scene of the Climb and Slade on the Slopes. And that's a wrap on our breakdown. Hey, if you had fun with this explainer, do us a huge favor and follow, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on our next deep dive. And I'm really curious, drop a comment below and let me know who your #1 suspect was while we were going through the list. Thanks so much for watching.